Welcome to a little bit of Calm and Crazy. My name is Jennifer, and today I'm so excited to be able to share with you some new Dollar Tree DIYs, and they are all coming from this box that Kristen K sent to me. I haven't even peeked inside, and we are going to do that together. If you enjoy budget DIYs and easy decor, make sure you've hit that subscribe button, and let's get into this box. So right on top, I haven't even peeked yet, she sent me a card. Okay, you guys, I absolutely love Kristen. I think she's just adorable. Look at this sweet little card. Sunny skies ahead. Oh, I think I cut you some slack on your mystery items. They are in the bubble wrap. Thank you for always being sweet. Can't wait to see the video, Kristen. You guys, she's adorable. Oh, this is a pen. Look at this. It's a pen. I just saw that. Okay, I don't even know if she meant to do that, but there's a bonus item. Okay, so these are my mystery items. I'm actually gonna wait and not even look at those until the end. I'm gonna put those aside. So we are supposed to send each other some more challenging items, and if you wanna see the things that I sent all of mine over to Yami from the Latina next door. So go over and check out her video. I'm gonna link it down below and go see what she's creating with the things that I sent her. I'm super excited to see what all she's coming up with. Okay, I'm super excited. So right on top, I got a little wooden heart. I actually have not seen these in store. I only have one Dollar Tree that's somewhat near me, and I don't go to it all the time in order to find things like this. So I'm super excited. Look how thick that is. And then I got one of these as well from the Crafter Square. Look how thick that wood is. Haven't seen these yet either. I got a little home sign. She also sent me, this is Craftwise chalk paint. Yep, haven't seen, seriously? Okay, Kristen, you just made my life. This is like cake. I am so excited. I'm gonna be able to do so many things. Now, I just saw this in one of Kristen's videos. This is some new decorative moss, and it has like bark and pine cones in it. Super excited. Again, haven't seen this, but it's really pretty. I think I'm talking 90 to nothing because I'm so excited. And then she got me this little box with a succulent in it. Is it weird if I want to leave that alone? Because I know that doesn't happen very often with Dollar Tree items, does it? I normally can't leave them alone. But it's kind of cute the way it is. And then the last item in the box is this wooden plaque right here. Okay, now for the mystery items. I can't wait to get started on. Okay, I'm excited. So, the first one is this good day, and it's a little calendar, and it has the month up here and then the days like on little dice. Okay, I haven't even seen that. You know how many times I get people tell me what they can't find in their Dollar Trees and that they try? None of us can find anything in Dollar Trees. They're not the same. And then she sent me a little Lion King puzzle. So those are my mystery items, and I get to see if I'm able to incorporate these somehow in the project. That's the challenge, right? I like challenges, so I'm gonna see what I can do about trying to make sure that I can incorporate these into my thing. So let's go ahead and jump right on in, and let's see what I can come up with. I can't help it, I had to start with the succulent box, and I just had to remove the succulent to begin with, and as you can see, there's this little bitty metal piece that I had to pull. It came straight out. After that, I just used my fingers to get the glue out of the box. Once I had done that, I went ahead and I'm using Waverly's chalk paint in white, and I'm painting both the inside of the box and the white part of the box. And the reason why I'm painting the white part is because originally the white of the box wasn't like a super clean, crisp white, and I really wanted it to be a clean white and for everything to match. Now I'm using 8 pieces from this tumbling tower game, and I'm creating 4 sets of 2. So all I'm gonna do is take some wood glue, put it between the 2, and just attach them, let it set aside and dry. It's as simple as that. Once the wood glue has set up, I'm now using Waverly's Wax and Antique, and I am staining the wood with it. So I'm going in around all 4 sides and on one end, and in order to remove any of the excess, I'm just using a paper towel to do that. I do that with all 4. Super easy. This is just a quick and easy way to get that staining effect, and it's not quite as messy as using a traditional stain. After the Waverly wax dried, I went ahead and I used some wood glue in order to attach the wood pieces, or what is my legs, onto the box. Because of that little centerpiece, and I didn't paint it, but it made it really easy. I didn't even have to measure in order to attach these, so that's kind of nice. And I went ahead and attached all 4 just using that wood glue, and I made sure that I gave the wood glue enough time to set up. I absolutely love this. I'm using this as a plant or a pot holder, but you can of course use it as a candle stand. So many different options, and of course you could go with a different color scheme as well. Super easy, but so cute. For my next project, I decided that I wanted to do something with this little home sign. So I went ahead and took a saw to it, and I cut the letters off of the base. I'm also going to be using just a little bit of this moss, but I only need the tiniest amount, and I only want to use the green part of it. And it's a little chunkier than I want, so I'm just going in with a pair of scissors and I'm snipping it to smaller pieces. The letters aren't the smoothest. They have little splinter type pieces on them, so I'm just going in with like a fine grit sandpaper and smoothing those out just to get them just so that when you paint them, or when I paint them, those pieces or those parts are not as noticeable, because they don't seem like that big of a deal, but with paint they will really stick out. Once I sanded all the letters, now I'm going in with a chalk paint that Kristen gave me, and I am painting them with that chalk paint. Oh, this chalk paint really covers really well. I was really happy about that. So I'm just painting the H, the E, and the M with the chalk paint. For the O, I am covering it with the moss using some hot glue in order to attach it. Now you almost have to do this in layers, so I add a little hot glue, add the moss, add hot glue, add the moss, but then the moss kind of gets a little uncontrollable, and so you do have to kind of trim it down to find your O again, and then add some more moss in your bare areas. And so it's kind of a little bit of a building until you get exactly what it is you want. You may have already caught a sneak peek of this plaque, but of course I had to paint it with some Waverly's chalk paint in white. Once the paint had dried, I went ahead and added my letters using some of the hot glue, just a little dab in order to get them on there. But I think this turned out so cute. I absolutely love it, and it was so easy to do. Of course, I cannot resist using a good challenge item, and so I had to pull this apart so that I could use this for the next project. Again, I am using the chalk paint in order to, or the chalkboard paint in order to cover this larger plaque. Again, I was really pleasantly surprised with how well this chalk paint was covering. You just never know. I've never used it before, and so every time I was painting with it, I was just so excited to see how well it covered. Using Waverly's chalk paint in white again, I am covering all of the little month wood pieces as well as that larger box pieces that held the dice and the month pieces in it. I don't know about you, but in our house we love to count down to things, and so that is exactly what I'm creating with this. And so I have days until. I cut this out on my Cricut. I use the 4 Seasons font in order to do that, and I'm just applying that on here. Before I could go any further, I wanted to go ahead and season my chalkboard, and all you do is just take the side of the chalk and go all over your entire chalkboard. Once you've done that, then you can go and wipe that off, and it's ready for you to write on it. And then I'm going to use some wood glue in order to attach that little box. I did go in with some paint. I had done the white as a base paint, but I went in with some neutral color paints that matched my home in order to paint those skinnier wood pieces. And so of course you could choose any colors that would work for you. I also felt like these would work well for the different holidays, so that's why I chose those colors. But once you have all that done, then you can count down to whatever you want. Currently, I have it counting down to spring, but how easy would it be to count down to birthdays, to other holidays? a fun idea this is. If you are enjoying this, you will be so excited to know that this is a full collab with some of your favorite DIYers. I've already mentioned Kristen K and Yami from the Latina Next Door, but there's also Whitney from Whiskey and Wit, Jessica from Measure and Mix, Caitlin from Crafts by Caitlin, Shannon the Daily DIYer, and Courtney from Creative on the Cheap, who was the one that actually got this all organized. So I hope you will hop around and have some fun with us today. If you thought I could do this without doing this last challenge, then you don't know me very well. I love a good challenge. And so here I had to do something with this cute little box, but honestly, it wasn't that hard. These puzzle tins are the perfect size to hold a deck of cards. And I don't know about you, but the cardboard that holds a deck of cards just starts falling apart, especially when you have kids. And so I love being able to get containers for my deck of cards. Now, to be honest, I'm gonna let you know the parts I would do in real life and the parts that I'm sharing with you just because I was trying to make this a little extra bougie just for filming purposes. I also grabbed a pack of magnets and I will be using some washi tape. So in the lid, I'm going to be creating a tic-tac-toe game so that this can have multi-purpose. So we can hold the deck of cards on one side and have a tic-tac-toe game in the other. Now this I would absolutely do because I plan on having this in my car, perfect for like long car rides. But then if you are staying somewhere and you need something like in a hotel room, something like that, this perfect to keep in a car. As you can see, as I was putting down the washi tape, I just went a little bit extra. It's just a lot easier to do it that way, and then I can use the Fiskars craft knife, or I should say you can use any craft knife that you want to. I just happen to really like this one. Now you do want to make sure that your washi tape is really well pressed in or it will kind of rip or pull up, and so that's what you see me doing there. After that, I just go in with some Mod Podge, and that will keep this from lifting up because washi tape will lift up. So that's all you have to do in order to make sure that this stays nice and secure. And then just set it aside and let it dry. So now I'm going in with that chalkboard paint and I'm covering up the top of the tin in order to hide the fact that it is a puzzle. To be honest, I would probably not do this in my real life if I was not putting this out there in a video. I actually don't care if you can see Zimba. It would not bug me one little bit. I used some washi tape and I taped off the bottom and I painted it as well. Don't get me wrong, I think that the paint looks really good, and if this is a choice that you would make, I totally understand. Just sometimes I don't want to be a little extra, but I do like the idea of using the tin for a tic-tac-toe game and the cards. I think that is great, and I will show you exactly what I would do. That is coming up. Okay, so I lost some footage, and what you miss is that I added Mod Podge to everything to protect the paint. Otherwise, the paint is going to chip immediately. I also cut the top of the box. Now, this is absolutely something that I would do in real life so that I know exactly what the playing cards are that I am looking at when I look at the tin instead of always having to open it. Now, I did add Mod Podge first to the tin and then the card, and it has completely dried, and now I'm going in with a second coat on top just to add extra security and just another thick layer to make sure that that card is going nowhere, because I expect this to be well used. My kids love playing with cards. For the little tic-tac-toe parts, I'm just taking these little bubbly stickers and just choosing 2 of the colors, and again using some Mod Podge in order to make sure that they stay nice and adhere to the magnets. So just lay down the Mod Podge, add the sticker, make sure the Mod Podge dries. As simple as that. Once everything is dried, the magnets can just stick right onto the lid until you are ready to play the game, and then you can just stick them onto the side while you are actually playing. They just go on perfectly, and there you have it. You are set and ready to play some tic-tac-toe. Like I said, I always love a good challenge, but I really do love this. I think it is so practical. I plan on keeping this in my car, but I think I might pick up a few more of these tins to organize even more cards that I have in my drawers in my home. I think it is such a great idea. Maybe not all of them with tic-tac-toe, but definitely a great way to store cards. Make sure that you head over to Yamni's channel and check out what I sent her and what she has created with it. If you need some more spring inspiration, here is another video for you. If you enjoyed today's, please give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!